Hello friend, welcome to back my channel. Old Coins History. Today video is one you won't miss. We're diving into the World of Coins top 10 pence. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. So let's get it started. The 1992 10 pence coin of the United Kingdom stands as a fascinating piece within the nation's modern decimal coinage history, representing both a continuation of tradition and a moment of transition in the way British currency was produced and perceived. The coin belongs to the decimalized monetary system introduced in 1971, when the United Kingdom shifted from the old pounds, shillings, and pence structure to the new 100 pence per pound system, simplifying calculations and aligning more closely with international standards. By 1992, the decimal system had been in use for over 2 decades, and the 10 pence coin was already a familiar part of everyday British life. However, the 1992 issue is historically notable because it was among the last years of the original large-sized 10 pence coins, which were minted in cupronickel and had a substantial physical presence in the hand, measuring 28.5 millimeters in diameter and weighing 11.31 grams, the same size as the pre-decimal florin, which it directly replaced in circulation. This large module design had been introduced in 1968, 3 years before decimalization, to prepare the public for the changeover, and its dimensions made it easily distinguishable from smaller coins. The obverse of the 1992 coin features the familiar and dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by sculptor Raphael Maklauf, a design introduced in 1985 and used until 1997. Maklauf's effigy depicts the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, a jeweled crown traditionally worn during the state opening of Parliament, with her hair styled in soft, graceful waves, capturing both her authority and a sense of timeless elegance. Around the portrait runs the legend Elizabeth II, D.R.G. Reg. F.D. 1992, an abbreviation of the Latin Elizabeth II Gratia Regina Fidei Defensatrix, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, carries the enduring image of a crowned lion passant guard ant, a heraldic lion walking with its head turned toward the viewer, a centuries-old symbol of England's monarchy and authority. Above the lion sits an ornate crown, symbolizing the sovereignty of the British state, and below it, the denomination 10 pence is inscribed in clear, traditional serif lettering. The artistry of Ironside's design lies in its balance between heraldic tradition and clarity for modern coin users, making it instantly recognizable at a glance while preserving an air of regality. In terms of composition, the coin is struck from cupronickel, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silvery appearance, durability against wear, and resistance to tarnish. The edge of the coin is milled, that is, it has fine grooves running around its circumference, which not only aids tactile recognition but also historically served as a safeguard against clipping or shaving metal from coin edges. What makes the 1992 10 pence particularly significant to numismatists and historians is its position at the cusp of change. That year, the Royal Mint began preparations for a major size reduction of the 10p coin, which would be implemented in 1992 itself for circulation from 1993 onwards, bringing the diameter down to 24.5 millimeters and the weight to 6.5 grams, making it more convenient for everyday use and cheaper to produce. The large 10p coins of 1992 were therefore minted in smaller numbers compared to earlier years, as production gradually shifted towards the new smaller flan. For collectors, this means that the 1992 large-sized version is one of the final opportunities to obtain an example of the original florin-sized 10p from circulation, making it a nostalgic and historically interesting piece. It also sits firmly within the era of Maklauf's portrait, which itself holds a special place in the timeline of Queen Elizabeth II's coinage, falling between the more youthful Arnold Machin portrait of the early decimal years and the later, more mature Ian Rank-Broadley portrait adopted in 1998. The coin circulation in the early 1990s reflects a Britain undergoing social and economic change. The pound sterling remained a strong and independent currency, the debate over European integration was intensifying, and electronic payment methods were just beginning to make small inroads into cash-dominated transactions. Yet coinage like the 10p remained a daily essential for bus fares, vending machines, and small purchases. From a minting perspective, 1992's large 10p coins were struck to high standards at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, South Wales, using modern coining presses that ensured sharp detail in both obverse and reverse designs, with consistent metal quality. In mint state, the coin shows crisp relief in the Queen's diadem and hair, as well as in the fine lines of the lion's mane and crown on the reverse. Over time, circulated examples acquire the characteristic where on the high points of the design, notably the Queen's cheek and the lion's face, as well as occasional contact marks from handling and coin-on-coin abrasion. For collectors, condition is key. uncirculated or proof-like examples of the 1992 large 10p can command more interest than well-worn pieces, particularly given the historical last of the large status. Some sets from 1992 also included proof strikes, which exhibit a mirror-like background and frosted relief, further enhancing the coin's visual appeal. From a symbolic standpoint, the coin continues a long British tradition of heraldic imagery on circulating currency, where the lion has been a steadfast emblem of courage, strength, and national pride since medieval times. The crowned lion passant guard ant is specifically associated with the English coat of arms and has appeared in various forms on coins, seals, and royal standards for centuries, linking the 1992 10 pence directly to a lineage of coinage stretching back to the Plantagenet era. This deep historical resonance gives the coin more than just transactional value. It serves as a miniature piece of state identity carried in millions of pockets and purses. By the end of 1992, the large 10p was already fading from view, replaced by its smaller successor, which shared the same reverse design but felt very different in hand. Today, the 1992 large 10p stands as a bridge between the old and the new, old in its size, weight, and direct connection to the pre-decimal florin, new in its decimal denomination and place in a modernizing economy. Whether kept as a keepsake, acquired in a complete date run of decimal 10p coins, or studied as part of the Royal Mint's production history, the 1992 10 pence coin remains a tangible reminder of Britain's evolving coinage and the subtle shifts in design, size, and symbolism that mark different chapters in the life of the nation's currency.